Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to yet another video of TechWafer. Hopefully you are having a great time. Adil here, your host, and let's unbox the Oppo's Reno 4, a device that is the sub-variant of Oppo's Reno 4 Pro. And let's unbox this device, but first let's take a look at the box. And speaking about that, it has this Reno branding and there's this label that says Reno 4. And the variant that we have here has 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. With that, you can see there's this Oppo and ICC's branding, and at the back you can see that this smartphone is in galactic blue color. Now let's open the box and without further ado take a look at the phone itself. At the very top you're going to find this flap, and this flap carries a SIM ejector pin, the documents for the Oppo Reno 4, the silicone protector for the Oppo Reno 4, and this one is pretty soft though. And then in the box you are going to find the Oppo Reno 4 Pro, and then in the box you are going to find this power adapter. It is a 30-watt power adapter from Oppo compared to the 65-watt adapter that's provided with the Pro version of Reno 4 series. We will test the performance of this smartphone and even compare its charging speed with the Pro version, so stay tuned for that. And then in the box you are going to find the Oppo's branded earphones with a 3.5mm headphone jack. And last but not the least is this USB Type-C connecting cable, not only for the charging but also for data transfer purposes. And summarizing the unboxing experience of Oppo's Reno 4, you are going to get the silicone protector with the SIM ejector pin, the documentation, the earphones, along with the 33-watt charger, and of course the Oppo's Reno 4. And now without further ado, let's take a look at the smartphone itself. And the Oppo Reno 4 has some key features that includes the AI color portrait with the 960 fps smart slow motion video, smart air controls. That means that you can control this smartphone with the gestures, and apart from that it also has a smart spike prevention and a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G inside. This is the same chipset that we are getting in the Reno 4 Pro. So it's a great thing that they're providing the same chipset in both smartphones, the Pro version as well as the standard one. And without further ado, let's take this cover off because I'm eager to find out how good the galactic blue color looks. Not bad. The galactic blue color also looks really promising, like the Pro version's space silver color. And the best part is it is also in the matte finish, not the glossy back, and it is going to be free from the smudge as well as fingerprints to be imprinted on the back side. Now let's take off this sticker from the back, and here we go. Let's power this guy, and meanwhile let's talk about the rest of the specs. And while we're speaking about the design, let's talk about the screen size. This smartphone carries a 6.4 inches Full HD Plus Super AMOLED panel with the 90Hz refresh rate and 1080 into 2400 pixels of resolution. And the screen to body ratio of this smartphone is also satisfactory, and it is 83.5%. And for the pixels people out there, it has a pixel density of 411 ppi. And on that display you are also getting the dual punch hole camera that's right there, and that one carries a 32 megapixel sensor, that is the primary one, and I'm not sure about the secondary yet. And as far as the bezels are concerned, the Reno 4 compared to the Reno 4 Pro has large bezels on the left, right, top as well as on the chin. However, they are not that much that I should complain about. And at the right side of the smartphone you are going to find this power button. There is no volume rockers on the right side because you are going to find the volume rockers placement on the left side of the device, right beneath the SIM tray slot. These buttons, the volume rockers, are not easily accessible. The power button is on the right place. As you can see, it is easily approachable, and these buttons are super responsive. And unlike the Reno 4 Pro, this smartphone is carrying a dedicated micro SD card slot just in case you want to increase the 128 GB of internal storage that is available, and that's without sacrificing any of your SIM. And at the top you are going to find the placement of microphone. There is nothing else. While if we take a look at the bottom, you are going to find the speaker grill along with the USB Type-C connector point, the 3.5mm headphone jack along with the microphone's placement. And if we take a look at the back, you are going to find a quad camera setup in a rectangular shape with the primary sensor being 48 megapixel with f1.7 aperture, and that is a wide angle lens with the 8 megapixel ultra wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the third camera placement is of 2 megapixel with f2.4 aperture, and that's a macro lens. And last but not the least is a 2 megapixel depth sensor with a similar aperture as of macro lens, and of course an LED flash placement. And the galactic blue color also shifts its colors, not as much as some other smartphone, but it does make some difference. Now you're looking at the camera samples of the Reno 4. Let me know how did you find them in the comment section below. And for the camera, I'd like to say that so far it's so good. And speaking about the performance of Reno 4, I think we should play a game and check how well it works. So let's test that. As you can see, you can play games like PUBG on HD settings at high frame rates, and I was pretty shocked that game didn't lag at all. And as far as the battery life of the Reno 4 is concerned, I'm pretty happy about it. It can last full day under heavy usage. You can play games, you can record videos as well as capture images, and this phone can last easily a full day. And it's a great thing. Apart from that, as far as the charging speed of this smartphone is concerned, you can charge the smartphone up to 50% in maybe 25 minutes, even though the company advertised 20 minutes. But in my tests, I've managed to get it to 50% in 25 minutes.